Good morning, good morning. We're ready to go. We got Arl and Zernies here on the comms. And we got Satako and Bob, the first and second seed, coming in to finish up this race tournament in 2025 for Miss Alice. The boys are in the race room getting ready. And as soon as they take off, Arl and Zernies are going to take over and lead us to some beautiful comms. And I will see you guys at the end.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Yo, what up?
Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are excited for this finals. They just got started on race time, so it's about to be here soon too. Any popcorns for Louis? Damn.
We gotta throw in random Mega Man facts while things are getting sorted.
I don't have any good facts yet, though. I need some context. It's I don't know.
There was some like...
Oh, there you go. They're starting. Well,
No.
seconds. Well, we can. We're gonna keep the facts for later. That's okay. All right, there you go. So we're gonna have a bit of a resync soon. That's okay. So we're going Flash first, as usual. Our classic route. If you follow this tournament, you've probably seen this route basically the entire time. Nothing too much to say about Flash. We just have the shot man to start the kill, and obviously the fight at the end.
It's like a pretty straightforward stage. You do have the ledge clips you can do to save off some frames and here and there, but yeah, it's straightforward.
Yeah, that's pretty much what decides the difference in the stage, really. Like, there's like a lot of small variants like this, like ledge clip can be just like movement stuff. So we
The Lash
just,
is blue, yeah, that's true, Louis.
It's also the only stage that ice physics too. We just never see it because it's so straightforward.
Does Yoku's have ice physics as well?
It could be. I don't know actually. That's a. But I mean, this for the stage itself, it's
Yeah.
the only one that has these kind of physics. But yeah,
Satoko is already done with the stage, looks like.
yeah.
And he also stopped stage as well. Refusing to teleport.
I always think it backwards. My bad.
It's okay. It's okay.
This
It's Flash. Let's see how Bob handled the fight. Looks like it's missed one shot. That's okay. Nice recovery. That only was like 20 frames, I think, so it's okay. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
Alright, there you go. We're sync back. Pretty much roughly tie. Maybe Satoko a little bit ahead, I think. I didn't catch the fight, but I think I saw it and I just like kind of like I was like, yeah, that's whatever. It's just like your regular Flash fight. That didn't seem to be too bad.
Yeah, he seems to be like slightly ahead, which makes sense. Bob lost like 30 frames or no, 20 frames or something in the fight.
But Flash is really not what matters anyway. That's the next stage though that pretty much kind of like decides how the run will go for both of these runners here. We hope we don't see any problems because that's where that's probably like the first really like carry stage, and for a while too. Because once you pass that stage, it's pretty much fine up until the Wily stages really.
It's just that cloud guy trick you gotta do. Like, not wait 8 million years. If you mess it up, then it's rough. Like, you pretty much lose the race almost.
Yeah, unless like you basically have to hope your opponent just did a mistake or something.
Yeah. I mean, Wily 4 can happen anytime. So, yeah. really nerve-wracking what they're about to do right now.
Satoko made it through. Pause for. They both pause. Okay, that's pretty responsible,
Yeah.
honestly. I think they both would have made it without the pause, but you know.
Yeah, it's just for safety. You don't want to have a heart attack when doing it.
Yeah, they both did the hop, which is actually well. It's not only it's faster, but it's probably like actually safer because
Yeah.
not doing it is actually well. It's in theory safer, but it's like because you don't do it usually. It's like it's
Yeah,
pretty
whenever
much
I
harder.
don't do it, I feel like I'm going to like fall off to my death, even though I should have made it up.
Yeah.
It's just the hop makes you feel safer, even though it's kinda actually riskier to go for it, technically.
Okay, so Bobby's a little bit behind here because he got a big health refill. So we'll see how Hairman balances out everything here, maybe. So we're getting the shield pattern, followed by face. Yeah, they both got a pretty good fight, honestly. Satoko with a slightly harder pattern, but
Yeah.
basically 2 cycles, so not a huge difference here. And hope you guys enjoy some doctor-like cutscenes.
Yeah, dude, these take like forever. I think in JP version, these are like 10 seconds like faster. The weapon get cutscenes with the
Yeah, it's-
item 1, 2, and 3.
Like the total time save in difficult is like 40 seconds-ish or something.
Yeah, it's 42.5 or something, and like
it's
10
kind
seconds of them are these ones.
Alright.
It's ridiculous.
Quick man,
Also,
another pretty straightforward stage. Bro,
Yeah.
like I don't know if Satoko will do the item 2, because I know he did it in his strat, so he might do the item 2 strat.
Oh, I think Bob made a slight mistake there.
Did he ledge clip?
Yeah, he like avoided the ledge clip, which
Ah, yeah,
ledge clips you on the next screen.
yeah. He jumped too big. I forgot exactly how much that loses actually. It's not that much.
Like, I don't know,
Like when-
20 frames maybe?
Yeah,
Something like
it sounds like it's not a big time loss, but like Zipless is a somewhat consistent category, so it's like any kind of mistakes like this can be quite huge, or it'll just make the difference sometimes. Especially with these two runners being like really good. Okay, so Satoko does the item 2 strat.
I'll be opting to skip it.
We'll see if that.
And I think he got it.
So the very important thing with this strat is you gotta make sure to not stay long on the platform, because otherwise you will get hit by the mech, which is bad because then you need to take damage really late so you can go into iframe on the second mech. That's the whole point of the strat. Oh, almost really good fight.
Really good.
Bob with a pretty good. I think it was a low pattern. I think.
I
I didn't catch that. I think it was a low pattern.
That
they
might
got
be. It was a
Pretty good
though.
fight, honestly. Like this, like I think the lead is basically the same here, because I think Bob's fight was actually faster.
Yeah, I think he actually gained a little bit of time here. He was a bit behind in air. Also, fun fact, for some reason, the quick man cutscene on normal takes like 2 seconds longer compared to other robots.
I think
Oh,
that's maybe because of the text.
Yeah, the quick boomerang text is too long, and Satoko gets the sweaty jump there.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, he gets
That-
1 How much does that save?
It's about half a second, I think.
Oh, down.
It's a bit less, like 20 frames, I think. I'm not entirely sure of the exact time save, but the whole point of it is you despawn the last screw because you're faster. Like the menu basically kills any chance of having that screw being despawned. So not
I think
many.
he learned to do that in like Buster only grind. And then when he just like swapped the Zipless, he was already doing it.
Well, in boss only, it's actually easier because you can just like kill the drill. So.
Yeah. Time for the hardest fight in the game.
Yeah, just hold B, stay in the middle, easy. Yeah, I think that was a good fight for both. Like, what matters is really like the rhythm of your quick boomerang. So if you mess up a jump, you can actually delay one of the boomerang, and then the fight actually ends up being slow. That doesn't seem to be the case for both runners here, so... Alright. Like, bubble is like where things can go a bit wrong, but once you pass the first screen, that's usually okay. So it's also bitrate time.
Yeah. I mean, we will see if any of them goes for the sweaty jump. I think it's like a 2-frame window, right? Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure of the window myself, too. But 2-frame doesn't seem too inaccurate. I think Satoko might go for his strat, like the buffer.
Blade.
Yeah, the blade buffer. I'm pretty sure Bob either goes for it or he just doesn't go for it. I think he doesn't.
No way. I think he doesn't. For like safety.
Yeah, I think that's.
You can't kill your
like the problem with this strat is like, oh, I'm not sure if he. I think he just didn't go for it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty responsible because like this strat doesn't even save that much time and it's easy to fail. Like, and dying to it is really bad. So. And if you fail it, like let's say you get the jump but you didn't jump high enough, you just lose more time than if you didn't try it. So.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see if Bobble evens the pace for both there. I'm gonna guess three bubbles for both. Yeah, because that
I think
bubble
Bubble get 1 bubble and Satoko will get 3 bubble. That's my guess.
Well, that's 2.
2 bubble.
And that's also 2.
Oh.
Alright, pretty
We were
good.
both wrong.
Both wrong.
Grouped
So
fight.
obviously the less bubble you have, the less laggy the game is, so it's best to... It's about half a second per bubble you get, so every time you get 1 bubble is half a second time loss or something like that. You can get DKO, but that's out of the question here.
Yeah. Also, if you A+ beyond like the first possible frame in 1 bubble, he doesn't shoot you. It's nice, even though I don't think it saves any time.
Yeah, I mean, it's also kind of ridiculous to even try to go for that. Like, even ignoring the frame perfect, it's like ultra hard to even get that. So, and add the frame perfect that you have to do at the start, it's like basically impossible. Okay, Bob does the turtle strat, yeah. It's about half a second slower, but it's kind of safe. Okay, both got the no ticks here.
Satoko is going pretty strong right now.
And they're both going pretty strong. That's a very early placement, very good.
Yeah, both have cleared it pretty well.
Yeah, that's pretty good for both. Yeah, they both have a basically perfect amount of item 2. The idea with this is to just... You actually waste a tick, because if you play the thing normally, you actually have 1 extra tick, but it's faster to just place 1 item 2 earlier, so you gain more time when you don't miss any ticks. Let's see Heatman. There's a 90.
Oh, 96, 30.
30, but can I mess up? Oh, and I think that was 60-30 for Bob? I didn't catch the first
the last
pattern.
one was, yeah.
Like, that was a 30 on the last, but I didn't catch the first one.
Yeah.
Chad can help us here, maybe.
It might have been either like 30 or 60 at the start. Yeah, Sataka lost a lot of time there, I think, on the last shot.
Yeah, that's the kind of mistake that's very infuriating too, because it's very avoidable mistakes that shouldn't happen. So it's like whenever you do them, you're like incredibly mad usually. Either you
Yeah.
laugh at them, either you're mad at them. It's like you can't be... You can't just shrug these mistakes usually. Because they're just annoying.
Makes you wanna slam the keyboard sometimes, but it is what it is. I mean, he's still ahead, so it should be fine. Yeah.
I'm not sure if the runners actually watch themselves. Like,
Maybe we are making everything worse for them, just jinxing them. I usually close comms the focus, but I don't know about them.
Okay, so Bob is gonna do the metal strat, so the point here is you use all your item 2 early, so you basically don't use it at the end.
The chat strat.
This is a safer strat, but it allows you to not use item 2 at on the monkey screen that can be scary. So
Yeah.
it does lose a bit of time because of, I think mostly because of extra menuing that you gotta do, but
I think it lost like 1.5 seconds only.
yeah, it's not
Not
too
that
bad. Okay, so Toko losing a tick here. That doesn't lose too much time to lose a tick, by the way, because that actually gives you a better alignment on the ladder. So even though you lose time on the last screen because you have less ticks, you don't lose that much.
You only lose like 8 frames or something, I think, on the
Yeah,
last
it's really
one,
not. It's not that much. Also, Bob can kill the bunnies, so you won't wham them. I hope I'm not jinxing that. Okay, there you go. Okay, and here's the new strat that was introduced, I think last year. Well, not 2 years ago, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, basically the plan is instead of despawning the ground for the ground chicken, we use it a little later. I mean, the item 2. So we spent less time in the air, and we also don't have to place it on the ladder. So yeah. Still pretty close, and we're coming to probably the hardest 8 robots coming up, at least on the execution side of things. A lot of placements to nail. I think that's a pretty good pace for both, too.
Yeah.
About 4 seconds? Yeah, that seems about right. So it's basically nothing, honestly. Let's see if one of the runners can catch up. I mean, if Bob can catch up a little bit. Okay, so this third screen here, there's a little bit of RNG to that screen because the Met can sometimes shoot and sometimes it does not. I mean, the left Met. So if the left Met shoots, you actually lose a bit of time. It's almost nothing, but that's like one of the only RNG variants you have in the stage. Besides the fight that we're gonna see soon. Okay. So far so good for both. So Toko missed the ladder here. Not a big deal, just didn't get the boost.
Going for the damage of the spurt. I really hate the spurt. Like, sometimes the small bursts can still like hit you when you're trying to climb. And you gotta like basically reset the run. It's like 4 seconds or something.
Oh, what happened to Bob? I don't know if he went for the pixel or if he just didn't go for magic pixel. Okay, he just doesn't do magic pixel, okay. So playing slightly safer. Yeah, so not going for magic pixel in this section doesn't lose too much time. This is about Satoko trying the Prizzy minute, failing with the high jump pattern. And Bob getting the Prizzy minute. Okay, so the point of this minute is you shoot the left wall, so Crash jumps immediately, and then you advance a little bit, and then you shoot again, and then press B. so Crash just jumps in Tornado and dies. The problem is that when he jumps high, you have to react really quickly because you have to be at a specific spot on the right side to
I
get the
think
double
both
hit.
runners are on 28 pace, technically, if they keep playing perfect.
Most likely. I think they're both like sub 18, right? I didn't quite catch the times here.
Yeah, it was like mid 17 perfect or something.
Which is an insane time for a race, by the way. This is pretty good. Oh, I really thought Sudoko was about to lose a tick here, but he did not.
It's oh no!
Bob's struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad this is not item 1. Oh, nice
For
the task jump.
yeah.
I hate this strat. It's like anything that's like tiptoeing in this game, I hate it. So that's one of the reasons I hate boss only too, is because like in Boo Beam fight you have basically the quarter jump to be fast. They're not necessarily too bad, but...
Oh, what the?
Oh, that might be bad for Bob here to use these extra ammo on item 2. You might have menu too fast.
That's cool right now. It's probably because like when you open a menu, you can't do an input for like 15 frames, and it's a lot of time actually, and sometimes miss your initial input because of that.
Yeah. Happens that you just want to
get
try to
double
make
KO here. Would be too dumb to go for it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, double KO here will be kind of insane. That would be kind of insane. Oh, you can do it and save like basically almost nothing. Maybe you can save a frame roll. Yes, because this game has frame rolls, if you guys didn't know. It's about... It depends on what you want to time, but usually it's 4 frames, to keep it simple. Also, you may have seen people do quick on the dragon and sometimes heat. Heat is actually faster for normal mode.
Yeah, like in Rockman 2, you gotta charge it twice to actually make it work. You lose a lot of time.
Yeah, and you can... If you only charge once, you don't even have enough ammo to kill it, so... it's kind of unfortunate. Alright, so another pretty straightforward stage. So Bob is gonna have to take some ammo here because he's, he needs to. Yeah. So now he has one extra tick to use somewhere. Okay, so taking the damage on the chain and not the crusher, because otherwise it pushes you further, so that's why we jump kind of high here.
Oh, he skips the suicide drop. I did not expect that actually.
Bob doing the safer strat. Normally you're supposed to... I mean, if you want to go fast, you want to trigger the crusher early as you place the first item so you can reach the top quicker and you don't have to wait that the crusher falls. Also, this boss is just on a frame roll, so we can just YOLO around until the last one, because that's the only one that matters.
Also, the downside is if you do a mistake accidentally, you are losing a lot of time.
Yes.
By the way, Bob went for suicide drop, which is kind of weird since he skips all the risky strats.
I mean, it's not that it's risky, I think it's just scary. I think that's it. Because if you have like a little bit of nerves, like it can mess up very easily. And it's very punishing for like the little time save it gets. It's kind of like the bubble sweaty jump.
Yeah, exactly. Probably saves just as much as well. Maybe not.
I think you're right. I think sweaty jump save maybe a bit more though. In bubble.
Yeah.
Because I think suicide drop saves about half a second. Also, we have
Yeah.
two variants of strats here. Satoko going for the Buster strat. The only point of this strat is you menu early. You don't menu early, but you lose a bit of time because if you menu early, you can actually get movement slightly faster. But that allows you to skip this damage right here by killing this guy, and I think he got it. Yep, that's actually, I think he got the backup too. And
Cool
just like that, you can do damageless Wily 3, and that saves. Actually, that does save a little bit of time.
Yeah, like the reason Bob menus at start is so he cancels the teleport menu, which is like 13 frames or something if done at the first possible frame.
Yes. But since like getting the 13 frame is so rare, usually
Yeah.
it's,
Way less usually RTA. The worst
like
stage in the game.
maybe extra frames you can get maybe. Alright, here we go. Wily 4, more extra placement. So far perfect for Satoko. I wonder if Bob will also will throw some magic pixels or not. I don't think he will, since he didn't do any in Crash. That would be weird that he started doing them now. I could be wrong. Yeah. Okay, Satoko finishing the climb. It's gonna be kinda hard for Bob to catch up now, because he's quite far behind. We'll need like pretty massive blunder from Satoko. Mostly Boo Beam if it were to happen, I think, but I don't
The last spike screen can be a problem sometimes, even though it's one of the easiest screens. In the races, that screen just becomes a nightmare.
Yeah, that screen is scary, especially while they're both using item 2 here, but there's some runners that use
He's
item
going safe here after hearing that maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't
Maybe
know,
the
but
commentary worked.
yeah, I mean, it probably also is just a way to save an item, because it's either you take damage from this last guy. Well, he ended up taking damage anyway, so now he has 2 items. If you really want to be optimal, Bob goes for it. Oh, nice. He got it. Okay. Should be fine. Bob losing 20 frames by taking an extra hit, unfortunately. Got a forward D boost. It's not the end of the word. Okay, getting the double wall, and he got the transfer. Beautiful. So we saw Bob jumping. This is actually a strat that helps you being slightly further left than normal. That allows you to place an item on the left instead on the right side, which can be safer. Also, for the damage transfer,
what basically happens is the Mega Man's hitbox kinda aligns with the Crash Bomb, so the Crash Bomb kinda needs to be like near the actual Boo Beam itself if you wanna do damage transfer. There are like double damage transfer fights, but nobody does them RTA.
Yeah, you could.
Anyway.
There's a bunch of transfer you can do. We can talk about them later on the second race.
Yeah.
As
Maybe
some
we can
fact.
do it on the...
The facts! We haven't forgotten.
Oh,
Okay,
so they're
let's
going
see.
for the Gamba fight?
Gamble and he got trolled. That's literally the worst pattern. Well, followed by a
got
good pattern,
Mercy.
so
So
that's the Mercy pattern.
in normal, there's like 2 patterns you can get the one cycle fight with, so he's basically doing a 40% gamble there. There's like 5 patterns you can throw. Just do what the task does exactly.
Yep, just like the task does. So far, decent refight for Satoko. Let's see how Bob gets the quick fight down. I'm wondering, did Bob did air first? I think he did. Because that's like a very awkward order he's doing here. I'm not...
Oh yeah, I think he did air first.
Yeah, because I didn't quite catch because I was watching Satoko's air fight. But... Also, we saw Satoko doing the Crash Bomb fight, which is a relatively safe fight. You need to basically throw the crash bomb slightly below the hitbox, so it doesn't. It's only gonna be the explosion that does damage. And also, you want the machine to go slightly backwards, so as I said, the explosion will do all the damage. Because if you throw it too early, the explosion stays at the same place. So if while the machine moves forward, you basically are not gonna do any damage. You need the machine to go backward. That's how you're able to kill it so quickly. It works for both versions, by the way. This is basically the strat you need to do in the difficult mode, because it's way faster than Metal Blades. At least RTA. I don't know about the task, but...
Time for the alien.
So Alien, 16 shots. 14 or 16? I always forget. It's 14.
Oh, you got a 28.54.
That's an insane time for a race. I think that's a tied race record, by the way. Because I think Prizzy also had a 28.54.
I think he had a 58 in my match as well. Insane. Bob is also going to get 1x, I think.
Yes.
He did the Bob as well. That's also a really good time.
Very, very good race. Very, very good race.
28 against me in finals, Bob says. Well, that's tough.
Yeah, I mean, running against 28 is really tough, but yeah, it's...
Just get a 28 4x in a race, 5 ed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I kind of noticed as well. Not suicide drop surprised me, but it is what it is. Still an insane time.
Yeah, I mean, these are not... I mean, there's no, like, major mistake he did, really, so that's, like, even though he went for safety shots, like, if you just don't do mistakes, that's... I mean,
Yeah,
there's
the
a
only
few,
mistake he
it's like,
made
it's
was
like
like
you...
Hitman.
Yeah, it's like, it's probably the biggest mistake, because then the Gamba and Air is just bot RNG, and that's pretty much it. And Bobwell...
Every other time was RNG pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it was. And some safety, obviously, because you can't go ham in races like that.
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe now that he... Maybe he will go ham on the second race now that he won one, but... Who knows, man.
Who knows?
Not to discredit the 29.18 from Bob, too. That's a pretty good time, especially because he went for a lot of safety struts, too, so... It's a very respectable time. I think that's like quite an example too, because like he's like 29.18 is for a pretty good time, and he went for like a lot of safety strat, like no magic pixels too, the safety strat in wood. So yeah, I think that like for any runners that basically try to get like a sub 30 or something like that, that's a good example to take from him here.
I mean, getting 1x and below on race is incredible performance, I would say. Like overall.
Yeah, definitely. That's and the race was pretty much close. Like there's no major mistakes from both runners here, I don't think. Maybe Bob had like a few mishaps, I think. I forgot where. I don't think there's any. Was it? I forgot.
Remember. He had a small hiccup in Clash and whatever. I think it was just Satoko doing more riskier and faster stats and...
It's like the only thing I can remember is like the item 2 usage in Wally.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that's the only thing I remember. Yeah, the miss menu. But even that didn't cost so much time because... Well, it costs one menu and a few items, maybe 5 seconds. 6.
That was probably the biggest one.
Yeah, it's probably the biggest time loss.
But yeah, the other time loss was just safety versus not safety and better movement maybe. It was like slowly increasing the gap between them. Are we going to talk about Boobim?
Yeah. Yeah, so just to really quickly go over Boobim, the way there's like a bunch of damage transfer you can do, but like the one the two runners are going for here is basically after you kill the top right Boobim, you go back to the left and you brush the green wall on the top. And once you did that, you do 2 taps and you take damage. 2 left taps, you will take damage, and then you have to avoid any sort of damage until you go to the right blue beam. And if you did that correctly, you will kill the blue beam as the explosion begins, basically. That sounds a little
We get a
wacky
rep from the
explanation.
boys have readied up for race 2.
Ooh. Already ready. Wow. But yeah. But just to finish up, there's like a bunch of others you can do. Like the Taz does a bunch that we don't do RTA. The any percent does also a different one where they take damage on the right side of the ledge.
Oh, actually, like some of the test ones, they set it up like way earlier. I think the any percent one sets it up in one of the debuffs to the tellies in like the second spike room or something.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me because like you can actually that's something that's possible RTA is you can the last Joe you see right before blue beam fight.
Oh yeah, that one.
If you take damage from the right side of it, you actually have a setup.
Oh yeah, the meta low setup, right?
Yeah, I think it's actually the Taz does it.
Yeah,
if
the
I'm not-
Taz does it as well, if I remember correctly.
And we're back on Flash. Let's go.
Yo,
Already synced, so that's perfect.
no Flashman shenanigans this time.
Yeah, let's see. As we said earlier, there's not a lot that can go wrong in this stage. Oh, Bob
Let's
missing.
go
there.
for no stop there.
I'm unsure, but unfortunately, Bob took damage from the
Yeah.
shot man, so that's gonna cost about 0.7 seconds. And you
Oh,
got a
no.
drop. That's like the ultra punishment of this is like because that's like the only place you don't want a drop, and of course you got it. That's like the
Also, apparently drops have like frame rules to them. Like you can lose like 8 frames for no reason. On top of the time you're
yeah,
going to lose.
and you see where you can have a good example of that bubble. Because like if you get a bad frame roll or something, you will get the exact same drop by killing the shrimps on the same frame roll or something like that. Turn around.
They don't
and-
go for stomper kill in any races yet.
Let's go.
That will be the incredible spike now. Let's see the fight from Satokoaddict.
Yeah, you need a crazy mash for that though. Oh, and I think Bob I don't know if Bob messed up a shot or if he just like
I think he just
Wiggle
fell down
more,
or
I don't know.
something. But
because it
think
seemed
the
like it
other
was a
was,
late kill. It seemed like it was the 20 frame time loss kill or something. Just watching where Flash was, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It's not like it matters really. It's Flash. But just judging by the times, it doesn't seem to be the case because like most of his time loss is just the shot man kill that he missed. Because if you go for it and you miss it, it's more likely to lose about 0.7. Because you can intentionally take damage, and you gain control of Mega Man slightly faster, so you lose a little less time.
if you're feeling really risky, you can just hold right the entire time and try to mash him down really fast.
Yeah, that's kind of the ballsy shred. Okay, so both taking 1 damage. Oh, actually, Suzuko, never mind, did not take damage. I think Bob just did it as a safety. Oh, Bob missing the despawn though. Oh, he didn't miss it, but
Yeah, he
despawned the
spawned him
black.
back,
Yeah.
which kinda, I guess, lose a bit of time maybe, because guy
What?
will like appear later for him.
Okay, so Suzuko actually missing the. Oh, they both missed it. Okay, Bob
I
saying
think he would
that.
have made it, but not sure.
Yeah, it's funny that they both missed it too, because like they both had the hop earlier, and this time they didn't do it. Just to prove me wrong in the first race. That's cool. Okay. Okay, so here we're now doing the ledge jump. Obviously, there's some safe shots that can happen, where you can like only do one. Okay. So far so good. So let's see the patterns. I think I kind of cut my explanation in half. Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, they both got the same pattern.
Yeah, that's a lot of face patterns. Dang.
I think we got like 3 face patterns in like 2 races.
Yeah, it's pretty
Kinda
insane. I think there was also some face patterns earlier. I mean,
Or maybe in the refights, I didn't notice.
I mean in the
Probably.
first race.
Oh no, in
earlier.
first race Bob got it again, yeah. So yeah, in
Yeah.
total it was like 3 of them so far.
But the times are really similar anyway because they're doing the exact same thing. So seeing so many face pattern might not be that
I think
crazy.
Bob is around 2 seconds like behind.
And we'll see.
But it
That's
can like
somehow-
spiral out of control anytime.
I mean, just like a bad pattern from Quick, and that's it.
Yeah, or like
Really-
just missing the wood strat, the item to like Bob is doing a easy strat. He can kinda gain time maybe from his safety. Okay, Bob actually will do that same mistake this time.
Yeah, they're basically a screen apart.
Do you count in this screen or use a audio cue to time this jump? This one.
I count, personally. I've always counted. I actually tried to do audio cues and that just didn't do me good, so I was like, well, let's just keep it the old way. But technically that's more... If you're very consistent, it's probably better to use audio cues. Because audio cues might not be the best thing, because if you're like slightly faster sometimes, depending on your movements, that can throw you off a little bit. Not by much, but that can be enough to do that sometimes.
And my idea was, I think, like, up until that point, the stage is really
Yeah, I mean,
like,
yeah, it's-
straightforward.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very straightforward stage, so there's not
We got
a lot
that
that
again.
can. Still getting the item 2 strat, no big deal.
See the pattern.
It's a mid pattern.
Mid pattern, nice.
High
That's a good fight.
Bob. Better fight
Bob
for
got
Bob.
yeah, better fight. This Quickman is so annoying, like when you're about to kill him on like the last shot, he just throws a boomerang, you can't dodge sometimes.
So they're about 4 seconds apart. Around there. Yeah, Satoko gained still quite a bit from the item 2 strat.
Yeah.
I don't hate the clown and middleman. That's basically all there is to this stage, really. Well, Satoko
or
will
you
go
can-
for...
Sometimes bonk the drills, depending on how bad the stage is going.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, Satoko getting the jump again, no problem. So you will save time here by despawning the drill.
Okay, both runners got out safely, those Satoku did a slightly faster strat. You don't go for the item 2 thing on that screen.
Yeah, so by the way, the reason why we use an item 2 of this screen is mostly because any frame you stand on these conveyor belt, you lose frames. So by placing an item 2, you don't... That's it. And since it's the end of the screen, you don't waste any ticks, because it doesn't... It despawns before that.
By the way, on this platform Bob is on, there are actually like 2 slinkies there. If you use a flash stopper, you actually can see them. That's a little fun fact.
Yeah.
So funny when you first do it. Just 2 random slinkies appear out of nowhere. I wonder how they messed it up so bad.
Yeah, Satoko getting like an 8:39 teleport in a race. Kind of insane start, honestly. Like 8:44 from Bob is not bad either. It's just that 8:39 is just insane for a race.
Okay, let's see if we see like any strat changes on this stage. Going for the sweaty jump maybe.
And we'll see, so... This strat looks really hard, by the way, but it's actually not that complicated. Like, what you do is, when you place the first item too, you just spawn the first frog so you get the baby frog on screen. So when you go back, you can actually... You prevent the frog from shooting more frogs.
And on this screen, sometimes if the game lags, you can die in the sprint transition.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. That I think that happened. Like that, I've never seen it happen to me, but I've seen it happen to others. But we hope we don't get a delay scroll. That's I'll be kind of sad.
What if someone gets a beneficial delay scroll? What do we do then?
It's kind of funny that we never saw that ever. I don't think like a beneficial delay scroll. I don't think anyone have ever got that.
Yeah. It's always like either a death or it like scrolls you on the previous screen so you lose even more time.
And you may sometime even get into a wall if you just like zip and run is dead. That's kind of sad. Alright, let's see what Bubble has to offer. One bubble for Satoko. That is an insane start for Satoko, I'm just saying.
Oh, 1 bubble for Bob?
And both 1 bubble, damn!
He'll like
Bubble
seeded
man just,
RNG or
like,
something.
Literally the same patterns every time. They both. Oh, no. Bob got high earlier and quick. No, they didn't get the same error.
Yeah, but for Bubble Bad at least it's been twice in a row they got the same patterns. So it kinda evens out, I guess.
I guess. Well,
All I'm hearing is RNG is artificial. There is no randomness, it's all scripted.
speaking of RNG, we'll see what Heat later has to offer.
Oh yeah, I think Satoko got 90-30 and Bob got like 60-30 or something. We'll see.
Okay, so Satoko getting a little bit stuck on the item there for a few frames, nothing crazy. He didn't lose any ticks, and seems like Bob. Oh no, it didn't lose a tick. Okay, nice. That was
like
probably
almost.
last pixel possible.
Yeah.
That was probably
like
last pixel possible.
Yeah, if it was like 1 pixel to the right, it was over.
Yeah, I would have lost a tick. So as I said earlier, it's not that important to waste a tick, but if you don't lose a tick, you can place one of the items earlier, so you save time, and that gives you still the perfect amount to not have to jump at the end there, which is faster because that's less time you spend in the air. Because when you're in the air, you're slower, so you try to maximize your walking time. Alright. Here we go. Here's our good old friend Heat Man.
Okay, let's pay more attention to the RNG this time. About
30.
30. I think that's a 90.
I think 60 or 90, I don't know. 30?
30, he messed it up a bit. I think
60,
that's
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think 30-90 versus 30-60.
Yeah, I'm unsure.
They didn't do the dance, so we couldn't count.
Yeah, that was that's kind of weird. So yeah, weird. It's always hard to tell the second pattern. Even in my own runs, I don't know when I get if I get 60 or 90.
So what
Usually you
happens
can
is
tell by the time, but
you
it's
definitely
like-
know the 30, and like with 60, 90s, if you get a 60, you don't know if it's a 60 or 90, but if it's a 90, it takes so long that you definitely know it's actually a 90.
yeah.
It's a bit weird. It's just 60 that is a bit ambiguous if it's 90 or not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always weird. Alright, here you go again for boot. So again, we're gonna have a strat difference. Bob is gonna use item too early, so he doesn't have to use it for the monkey screen. This does lose time, but it's a way safer strat. So
What if Bob became Tess for a second?
I guess technically the task is faster on that screen, yeah, but that's a different story.
Oh, by the way, yeah, if you menu early on that dog's explosion, you get a bit of lag frame and lose time, right?
Yes, you need to menu later, so like after the explosion, I mean after the hitbox has disappeared, because else you get a little bit of lag after the menu.
I think he's losing a tick here intentionally to make sure he doesn't like bonk that bad if he gets the one on the left.
Well, it's also
Not sure.
good because like even if you place it early, that also guarantees that you're not too late. Because being too late is even worse because like you basically guaranteed to get hit by the bat. So and being early barely lose time. We're talking maybe like 5 frames because you do save a bit of time by getting a better alignment towards the ladder.
Yeah,
I think. But yeah, it's just something. So actually getting this screen damageless is not as straightforward as you may think. You need, for the 2 last chicken, you need to jump slightly earlier to make sure the chicken doesn't spawn on the ground but slightly in the air, so he jumps later so you can actually dodge it. Because if you just walk, you won't be able to dodge the chickens. That's something to know. And we're back in Crash again. No mistakes so far again. Really, it's just well, no major mistakes at least.
Crash is where usually mistakes happen, I feel like inevitable. At least a micro mistake here and there.
Like usually when you do a mistake in Crash, you most likely will do another because you're tilted.
Yeah.
That's like the Crash sickness. Like if you miss something, you will be mad because there's the only RNG part of Crash is like the med on screen 3 and the fight. So if you miss anything else, you can only blame yourself. Because
Yeah.
it's just execution. So far, so good for both. I didn't
Just
quite-
say you got bad muscle memory RNG, and it's all good, it's all RNG again. Satoko got the ladder boost this time. I think he missed it last time.
Yeah, you did. Alright, there you go. There's the climb. That's where things can go wrong pretty bad if you mess up, so...
Bob does a different strat here. Oh no, he does the damages too. Never mind.
Yeah. So these, by the way, are called...
strats.
These are called magic pixels, by the way. So the ones you see at the start of the screen is pretty consistent. That's why Bob does them, because they're easy. However, the ones that Bob skips are called magic pixels, because you only have 4 pixels to A plus B and instantly place an item, and you have to be on very specific spots. It's like you only have 4 pixels every 16 pixels. It's Satoko going for the gamble and gets it. That's hilarious. So you can get, this is not consistent. You only have a Crash has 2 patterns, and you need the low pattern to make that work. And Bob misses
Oh,
the first
no.
minute. Recovers quickly.
Still a decent fight.
That was a 17 4x, by the way, from Satoko. Absolutely insane. This is
Really?
What?
Oh, damn.
This is literally like 28 4x pace here.
I think he made like no mistakes so far. Like, yeah, aside from like the safety strat, there was no mistake ever. Just RNG and yep.
I'm not sure.
I don't think he did.
But yeah, that was like a. I think it was like a 1746, which is like insane. It's like really good for a race.
Is it like 4 seconds behind world record? Something like that.
I think it's like 3 seconds slower or something. It's like insane.
Oh yeah, that sounds like that.
That could be funny if he goes for spike jump. He won't, but that will be very
Sataka
funny.
is actually 4 seconds ahead of his PB pace right now.
Yeah.
You can hold the TV. He just needs wide for.
Well, it's yeah. As I said, it can be that ahead, but like yeah, doesn't really mean much because
Because YD5 and YD4.
you just miss one placement on Boo Beam, boom, yeah, you lose like 10 seconds. And, yeah. Oh, that almost was disaster here.
I got a heart attack watching that.
Yeah, that's terrifying because if you miss this item, you don't die, but you lose a lot of time. Mostly
You don't
because
die, you just wish you died.
But, I mean, it's almost as if you died because like normally you will lose a lot of time because you have to climb the entire ladder back, and on top of this you will be down by several items ammo, so you will have to pick up a refill in some ways.
Not to discredit Bob as well, I think he got like 18 flat 8 robots, which is still
Yeah, that's still
pretty
really good.
solid.
Yeah.
But yeah, 1746 is a bit not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's likely that the Doko uses race split, I believe. So for those who chat were wondering about his pace. Yeah, he won't PB here. That's very unlikely. But he can still get a very insane time.
It will be cool if he PBs, then it will be like this tournament with like 2 PBs.
That would be a good way to stop playing the category, I guess. It's just like one go and just leave forever. Alright, let's see. So this time Bob is in a bit of better shape too, because he doesn't have to refill anything, so that's pretty good. So see, we see like Satoko did like we could say a little dance on the item 1 placements. You'll see that if Bob does it again, probably will play safe. Yeah, so he doesn't do that dance, so you can see he spawns the items first, then spawns the crusher, as I explained earlier. That's a slightly safer strat. Makes the placement a little bit less nerve-wracking, and goes for the S-drop. Nails it. And we're back for the... You can't consider this like an auto-scroller boss fight, really. Like, it's just nothing... Yeah. It's like nothing's going on, really. You could go for DKO, like, you can set this up pretty easily in this fight.
Or maybe he's going for it.
Do it.
There
and he
we
gets
go.
it.
I think you save like 5 frames or something from this, because like you're 5 tiles up, basically.
Yeah, you
or
basically save...
half.
It's like a frame rule, basically.
Yeah. Maybe 2 if you're really lucky.
Alright, back to Wally 3. So actually the shred that Satoko is doing is not that easy. Right here. It doesn't come with a lot of risk, so it doesn't really take a lot to do it. But it is hard to pull off properly.
I never pulled it off personally. I have no idea how to time those buster shots.
Yeah, it's really awkward because it would be a lot easier if these shotmen were only 2 shots, but unfortunately they're 3 shots, so you need at least 2 shots or if you can't, you need to get a backup. And unfortunately, Sadako ledge clip, so you won't be able to get the time save. Bob can catch up a little bit here, maybe 0.2 time save or something. Or something.
Huge time save.
That was almost one
That's
jump.
almost one jump, yeah.
That was almost one jump.
Maybe
He's getting YOLO here. He doesn't. I wonder if he will do spike jump. That'd be very funny, honestly.
I think he might skip it. I don't know.
I mean, he probably will, but that'd be incredibly funny if he does. It'd be very unresponsible, but I mean...
Imagine just one frame spike jump as well instead of the regular.
Yeah, well, that's
frame.
a little bit crazy, though. So, we're talking about if you've seen some any percent runs with zips, we can actually do the same thing in this stage where if you take damage, he misses.
Oh, he went for the fast fake.
He got it earlier, but he didn't got it this time.
I think like on certain optics that it just doesn't work. I might be wrong.
I don't know. Well, he doesn't have any items, so item 3, so I'm wondering what he's going to do now. And doesn't go.
I almost thought he was going to hit that.
Yeah, I was like, hold. I was like, hold up. So yeah, the point of this route we're talking about is like you can take damage by the tally on the screen before Satoko is there, like the screen Bob is in right now, like the tally just right there. On a specific base on the ladder, and that gives you 2 frames to jump on the spikes to skip the platform. And technically the trick saves 5 seconds, but because you have to wait for the tally to take damage, this saves like, if you do it everything perfect, it saves like almost 2 seconds. It's a little less, like 1.8. Yeah, it came with the fact that you have to do a 2-frame jump and a 2-frame placement, so it's kind of insane.
You can take the damage earlier if you want, but then you turn the trick into a 1-frame window.
Yeah.
You do save time though if you get it. Oh no, Bob misses the place. Oh, Satoko doesn't get the
double wall, yeah.
double wall.
And
Oh no!
Doesn't get the transfer too, so you won't be able to do this quadrant strat. So
I mean,
as we
in normal, Metal Blade is faster, right? Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, Bob gets it, so that he will save a bit of time out of that. Actually, not that significant to catch up, but that's still a time save. Also. Yeah, it's kind of like to talk about this, but they both went for the same setup where for the damage transfer where you double tap at the top and then you avoid any sort of damage to get the transfer. Unfortunately, Satoko didn't get it because his timing was messed up because he messed up the wall. Quite the weird fight from Satoko here, but he managed pretty well to fuck this up. Bob with cancer pattern. Probably the worst you can get in replay.
Normally you really don't want to get a 3-cycle fight.
That's literally the worst pattern you can get, is because you cannot dodge the damage and you cannot really much, and that prevents you a 1-cycle by default. That's a bit better from Sadako. Not the pattern he was hoping for, but...
In normal you can start the heat fight with Buster if you couldn't swap the leaf shield, which saves like, I don't know, probably like frames, but it's slightly faster.
That's a good fight from Bob here. Pretty good quick fight.
Nice bubble
They're
fight.
about like 2 fights apart. Actually,
He just got trolled really hard in Quickman. I think like he took way too many damage.
I think he kind of messed up the beginning because he took damage in a weird way, and that transfer coming out. That's pretty close, actually. Like,
yeah,
it's gonna be like
played
28
really well.
flat. Yeah, 28 flat versus probably like 28 12. No 10. 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
10.
About 10 seconds apart. So
Oh.
that's quite the catch up from Bob. That might not be enough, but that's still quite the catch up. Well, it's mostly Satoko doing a blue beam fight in a weird
Basically
way.
like
And
28.
missing double wall is really rough in this category, sadly. In any category, really. It's even worse in difficult mode because then you don't have crash bombs for machine fight.
Oh yeah, if you miss that, your Wily 5 is over.
Yeah, it's
You
just
lose so much time.
Yeah, it's just an insane time loss. Fortunately, we don't have to bother about this, but at this point, if you try to PB and you don't get this at this level, it's also dead anyway.
And 9 flat from Satoko.
Nice.
Nice from GG.
Should be a
And Bob will
29-10?
get, yeah, 29-11 maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, 29-11. That might be a 29-10, like a barely.
Oh yeah, it's like .03.
Like
But yeah,
0.03, that probably is a 10. GG though, that's a very good race. GG. Congratulations from Satoko winning this 2025 Zipless tournament. Congratulations.
It was like one of the closest matchups so far, I think.
Yeah, that was a really, I mean, that was a nice comeback from Bob. Better run than for Bob this time too.
Yo, hello. Hello. I tried. You know. I mean, that's what I expected. And you know, I'm destined to lose the finals 3 times in a row.
I mean, you did pretty well though. Like I mean, it was hard to compete against like a 28-54, definitely. But I think that's like.
I mean,
funnily enough, I think you got that twice. I think that's what happened the first time too against Prizzy, and that happened again.
Yeah, I was like, do not 28 against me, please! It's a curse or something. Biggest choke.
Oh, hello.
And welcome, Satoko. Congratulations.
Yo, welcome on in. Congrats, Satoko.
Yo, thank you, and GG's.
GG's. Yeah, for me, I think you know, I think I met my expectations. Like that's basically what I want to do. So, you know, I wasn't expecting more than like you know, 29. I was aiming at 29 OX. That's usually my goal. Because 28, I'm too far from it. Even if I want to try like hard strats, I'm no longer consistent. So the strats that I use are the ones I'm consistent at. So I went with those. I can't just like I really can't like attempt some sweaty stuff. You know, even like the most basic you know, you would do in PV stuff. Some of them are just I just dropped them. Like I know new strats, something like in quick, you would switch to item 2. That gives you a little bit of time. You know, some other tiny stuff that can game some time, but it's just, you know, I'm happy. Overall, I'm gonna say like my performance was very good from the very start of the tournament, and that's satisfying, I'd say. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
I'll leave now, Satoko to talk. No, thank you guys.
I was pretty much expecting a 29 1x out of you, maybe 0x, maybe 28. Like I didn't know, but I was expecting.
28
like...
is 28 was out of my reach. Not even like, even if I try, like I said, even if I try with the most hardest stuff, it's just I need more time to recover from the like from the rust. Like being rusty for that long is hard.
I guess I figured maybe a high 28, like 58 or 59 would be possible still, but
yeah,
like maybe.
Well, it depends.
Possible.
I mean,
in theory.
For what you
I do have theory.
Like for what you went for, like you dropped like a lot of common strat that you could normally do on like at high level, and I think you still did fairly well. Like especially like 29-11 like that, probably 29-10 too. But like, for all the number of safe T you went for, like that's still a pretty impressive time to me at least.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, you know, I'm just I'm just not gonna let go of my wood, like metal in wood, man. Metal strand in wood, man. That's something I'm not letting go of. You know?
I mean, I kinda added a ridiculous amount of safety compared to what I usually do though, because I know your style is safety, so I figured that if I would throw that into my own run, then I should be at a pretty big advantage, and that kinda worked out. I have to say.
It gave you a
Have
huge
you
advantage.
noticed
for
in
sure.
Wiley 4?
I mean, there's also the fact that you did basically almost no mistakes, or at least nothing super major. Like,
Oh yeah.
except that Boo Beam fight and
Yeah,
like,
Wiley
the second
5
race,
meltdown.
a little bit of
What
Wiley
happened?
5 meltdown. Like the
Like,
pace was
yeah.
kind of insane. It was like 28 4x pace or something.
Yeah, I've been grinding for world record like the
Yeah.
past few days, so I think
Yeah.
that really helped.
Yeah, they're definitely old for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we've been doing very well on Zipless lately, Satoko. So yeah, I was expecting that and more. What you did today and more. So you know, no big chokes at least. So even though I was wishing because I want to win, dude, 3 times, dude.
I was like close
But
to a
it's,
few chokes.
How about you recover it?
There's a few close calls. I think the scariest one was probably second race Wally 1 climb.
Oh yeah.
No, I was
that
good
one
there. I
was-
did panic a bit, but I was good. I think I had more than enough leeway to realize what was going on, but I definitely
Yeah,
did quite
that
fine.
seemed fine, but it's like from our view, that was kind of.
Yeah, we got a heart attack watching it.
Yeah, I took like an extra lap back and forth than I had to really, and I just realized in my brain, wait, what am I doing? But
Yeah, I saw it
think
too
I
because
was
I was speaking. I saw it and I was like, why is he wiggling there, dude? I didn't fall. I was like, dude, give me a chance.
I mean, I was very close to failing the wood item 2 cross though, both times. I think the first time my jump was almost too low, and then I almost jumped too high, so I wouldn't make it back onto the item the second race. So it was actually, I don't know, 1 or 2 frames off of failing that both races.
Yeah, actually, I didn't catch that. So.
Yeah.
It felt really close. It did not feel solid at all. I usually go for like kind of a mid-height jump, and I got like a tiny jump and a large jump, and I was like, whoa, 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 that's
Yeah,
too
it's
close.
Yeah, that-
It's really
That's
scary
scary,
when
indeed.
you high jump because like especially if you're like a slightly late, you most likely will fail it if you get a high jump because of the lag it creates.
Yeah, backup is like, I don't know, 5 to 10 seconds depending on what happens.
bonk usually if you get high jump.
Yeah, but there's like, the most optimal strat is to place the item 2 again and just ride it with the lag, really. Just go, and sometimes you can get like a lot of lag depending on the birds you spawn, sometimes not that much. Sometimes you will get an extra D boost on the item, it all depends on how the egg cracked. So, that can go out of control pretty quickly.
Yeah, well, glad it didn't happen though, at least.
Yeah,
I mean, Bob's not
I gotta
too happy,
rewatch
I
the.
think.
Yeah.
Nah, never mind. I guess I'm gonna watch the race. Like I'm excited to see like how I was slowly losing the time. Like I was throwing away seconds.
Item
I'm
2 and
sad
quick.
about.
The item 2 and quick
Yeah.
is really good from Sataka. That seems to be like, honestly, out of the whole run, that seemed to be where he legitimately got the biggest lead out of any one part through the entire run.
I think that, and also Crashman stage, I think I'm gaining a lot.
There's
The
just
magic
some
pixel.
Well,
weird-
Yeah.
not doing the
Yeah.
magic pixel is quite the time loss. because
Yeah.
In Crash,
I'm
you-
sad today. I'm sad today because you know, even though I didn't go for magic pixels, for some reason when I tried to let go of the ladder and jump again, I just keep grabbing the
we saw
ladder
it on
and
first race.
yeah, it kept happening even second race. I was like, dude, jump out of the item 3. I was like really panicking there, and I was like, what's the point of that? I could have gone for magic pixels and, you know, get away from that and save a little bit of time, but yeah, well, I wouldn't risk it anyway.
It's not that. It's just like not like a huge time. And like quick is maybe like 1 second. if you lose
Yeah.
from not doing it.
You-
Magic Pixel and Crash like 1.5. There's 3
But, like
of them.
from like commentator point of view, it was just like Satoko was always like gaining slightly ahead of time, like half a second there, 1
Well,
second
that
there.
pause buffer catches those
And,
few frames
yeah.
from that drop in the previous screen
scratches
too,
look
where
like-
he's pausing into 2 and dropping down. That's a couple extra frames before the drop 2 that he's getting.
And we're
Yeah,
talking.
it was good.
We're talking about it too, with the wood strat too, like the 2 difference of strats. It's also
middle.
about a second or something.
I think
More
it's
They're
like-
all
It's about-
beautiful.
it's
though.
A bit more actually.
It's
One
about
and
a
a half,
second
right?
point something, maybe it's second point 2 or
Yeah, it's
something.
maybe 1.5. I think I forgot.
I think
Nah,
it was
nah, nah,
1.5
less
you
than that.
tested, right?
Yeah, it's been a long
I think it's
time,
0.3,
so-
1.3, 1.4. Or probably
could be,
I
1.5.
don't know.
I
Yeah, I
can't
mean,
remember.
Yeah,
They're
it's
both
something
sexy.
something around the lines of that. Yeah.
I think that is just from menuing, because if you think about it, I use item 2 safely like at the start,
Yeah, it's
so
just
and I
mostly-
drain it, and you know, because I have to menu multiple times, one extra menu is the reason why, and probably more, but because if you look at item 2, if you place it, it takes time for it to run, so that counts, because I did it once, so I just get one full ride. But in the optimal strat, you get 2 rides, so each one costs you a little bit of time before the item 2 runs. But again, that time is lost to menuing, and I think I do more menu, like two extra. That's what takes time.
Like the task does use item 2 early. It's just that air TA is just very impossible to save time on the monkey screen without item 2. So
Yeah, good luck with item 1.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just
No. Wait, the task on the NES or the complete
Yeah, the
works?
NES, like what
Yeah.
it does is it writes
Ow.
icon once, turns left to despawn certain enemies. Also makes
Yeah.
Mega Man out of the screen at certain frames, reduces
Yeah,
lag
if-
and stuff.
if you're
That's
curious, you
impossible.
can watch the Rockman 2 task Zipless. That's quite the watch actually.
Yeah, I will check it again. I forgot about it.
Yeah, it's kind of
I
insane.
forgot about.
I've been trying to make that
Yeah.
strat faster, but I just can't do it. Not worth it.
Hey, Satako,
absurd.
on that Airman refight, did you screen ramp your Buster shot to hit him on the right side?
Green wrap. That
It
should
looked
not
like
be a
when,
thing.
it looked like when he was, I don't know if he was pushing you, it looked like you'd missed your 7th shot, but you let the air push you to the left, and it looked like for a second he was shooting left. I was like, did he screen ramp that shot?
No, that's
I was
not
like,
a
yeah, because I glanced over, I was like, did he, where did that, I didn't even
I
see the
think
pellet
he
come out.
was like
He-
shooting to the left while he was already dying, so it kind of looked like that.
Yeah, it looked like it, because I was looking at Bob's, and right when I glanced over to Sataka, I saw him facing left right when Airman died. I was like, is that even possible? Like, I hadn't even seen it. I was like, what?
Yeah, you just
No.
shoot
Well,
while
that's
he's about
right.
to blow the fan. You shoot like one shot facing right, and then you immediately turn left to let him blow you into the portal.
Yeah, I missed that 7th shot when he hit, when it was out the pellet somewhere through there. So I saw the first 6, and then so I saw him moving left. I never saw the shot come out. Like I said, it was tough watching both screens. I was like, I need to ask him about that when he got done.
I'm not joking. I think the route that I took, like the any % route, like once I switched to it, I've been getting really good refights. I even like I got good time, good, not the best. Even though I got like 3 cycle air, but again I got blessed by the 30-30 from heat. So yeah, you know, I think any % route is great for racing maybe. I'm not sure why, but it's just super consistent in terms of you know, having a like good refights in a way. Because
Yeah,
in the usual one, you would you're confused whether switching to Buster or switching to Wood, and you may lose time on that decision, and especially with being stressed and panicking, that can affect that too. So yeah, that's my theory about it, and it paid off. It actually, I got this match, I got really good refights both races. I'm happy with it.
I just did what I did in PB attempts, except for the second race because I had a meltdown. But I just pre-menu to wood and pray for a good pattern.
I was gonna ask
Yeah.
what happened with Quickman. We saw you like E-tank and stuff.
I should have swapped to air in the Quickman fight, and I kind of gambled that he didn't like stay inside of me, and he did like a higher jump, and then he never did.
Yeah, your second fight was so weird, but it's still seemed like it was still like somewhat fast. But it's like,
Yeah, that was really bad.
but it was
it's just that-
really. You took like the way you took the first damage was like so awkward, but it's like.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake. It's just that at some point in the fight, I just kind of muscle memory moved towards the portal, no matter what happens, because like he's supposed to be dead by now, and I'm supposed to be in the portal ready to exit. It's just kind of muscle memory.
Yeah, well, that
And then
turned
I
out.
just pray he doesn't stay on the portal.
Yeah, it turned out to be not the worst thing ever that could have happened. So, but.
Yeah, but then I got the bad crash pattern, and I just realized I took way too much damage, and I do watch Bob while I'm racing, so I figured, you know what, I might as well just pull the shameless E-tank and get this over with.
I mean, probably it doesn't even lose that much time to use the E-tank on the race, so it's like, why not?
And I threw my last PB attempt to Metal Blade on machine, so I figured, like, why not? It's probably not a good idea to risk a race 3 like this.
PB was
That was a great race. That was definitely close. I like how the second race is too close, like 29 versus 29-11. It's like 11 seconds apart. That
There's like
makes me
one major
feel,
mistake, and
you know,
the lead
happy.
would shift.
Yeah,
Let's say,
I have an issue. I'm not sure why, but each time I go second race, I do a mistake at the very beginning, especially in Flash. And I got it got even worse.
Oh yeah, you got
And-
hit
and-
got
and-
a health drop.
Yeah, that's like the worst thing that can happen. It happened against Turtle, and it happened now. So I was like, why is this has to be like going like this? I was like, you know what? I'm going ham on air. I can't afford to menu or do anything unsafe.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
anything safe. It's just like let's save time.
I mean, at least it's not like the worst thing ever. Like, it kind of like puts. Well, it can put your mind into a worse state, though. I guess for a race,
True. In a way, yeah.
because you know you're behind.
But-
Because it's like there's. You get the hit by the shot man, and then you get a drop. Like, of course, like the only place you don't want to drop, you get it. It's like. Wow. And
Yeah.
I think you also got it in first race too, an airman. Like you got a big health drop. It's like.
You know what? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna collect it. You know what happened in the first race against Toitle was I tried to skip the health drop because I got big one, and guess what? The game was just giving me health drops left and right, and I just got it at the end, and I kept losing time trying to dodge. So I was like, I have no like. I can't really avoid this, so I'm just like, screw it. Let's lose the time and hope that Airman gives us good fight. And the benefit of it is that I just like didn't do the wiggle, so I just continued normally, which is supposed to be faster.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to dodge drops, the wiggle is actually not that bad though, because at least you're guaranteed to dodge like one of the drops.
The last fan enemy. Yeah, but still, you know, I'd say, you know,
But yeah, it is faster.
just take the drop and move on. Dodging is the problem, not doing the wiggles and stuff. Dodging is the problem.
I did Birdman in the first race. And then when I didn't do it the second race, I got a health drop, so I should have done it both races.
Yeah, it's annoying a bit. That's why I hate Airman. What was your 8 robots time? Okay.
I was gonna
was
say,
just asking
no, you get the 8 robots time. Yeah. Or
Okay.
was it? It was 17. What? 40 something? Your 8 robots.
The second race, it was 46.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
For a race, that's
What is it?
insane. It's an insane time.
1740?
46.
1746.
It's like
46,
3
oh, I
seconds
see.
behind
That's
world
super
record or
good.
something.
Yeah, for a race, that's kind
Yeah.
of insane.
Yeah. You know what? You know what you're gonna do, Satoko? Alright, take safe strats in PB attempts, and then once you reach Wily 1, switch to hard strats.
Nah.
You know? Yeah, do that. It's gonna be super good. Trust me. Easy WR.
I need to go all in.
Yeah.
I must say that
I
would
mean,
have
it's
been funny.
just
That would have been funny if you went for spike jump and got it though.
that's gonna be the biggest pog in
That would have been
finals.
incredibly unresponsible, but that would be funny.
I don't think a 46 is good enough.
I mean, probably not.
Well,
It
for
could-
PB attempts, no.
It's just too much time loss in Airman, really.
Yeah.
Like you could probably PB, but not with record.
Now that I think
Maybe a
about it, I'm
gold
not
wide
actually.
before,
Okay, let's think about it. I'm not actually
wide
doing
five.
safe strats like in robots. I'm not doing really big safe strats aside like from just airman and you got woodman. That's it, and no magic pixels. The rest is probably PB attempts, right?
Did you do the bubble man jump?
You both.
No. Well, I'm not gonna do that, of course.
I
Well,
really
add
thought
half a
maybe.
second to it.
I really thought you were going to do your blade strat.
Yeah, we were looking forward to it, but never saw it.
Yeah, but that doesn't prevent you from hitting the spike.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's still a 2-frame jump or something. So.
You have to be super precise for it to.
Yeah, we were surprised you skipped suicide drop actually.
It's not worth
Oh.
it.
Yeah,
I went
If I'm
for
that
it.
far ahead, it's
You
not
went
worth
for
it.
it.
I'm doing safe strats and I went for it. Satoko, what's that? Dude.
I'm tryharding. That's no reason to throw in Wily 2 and lose half a minute.
No, understandable. We're just joking.
I did go DKO though second race.
Yeah.
we saw it.
Oh yeah, nice. It's actually not bad.
We're actually talking
mean-
about how you can potentially save time with DQ and then you immediately did it.
Yeah, that was nice timing.
I don't know, it saves like
That was-
1 frame rule or it saves nothing.
Still like one frame rule.
Frame rules in Mega Man 2. Who would have thought?
But the problem is, I think DKO normal mode, I think it's very hard to save time with because it flows somewhat better with a triple blade in difficult mode. While I usually go for a kind of a delayed DKO in normal mode to let the enemy fly into me. So I'm not really saving time at all, I think.
Oh yeah, you might be maybe bleeding a few frames from an optimal kill. Not
I
sure.
mean, it's
like,
either you save nothing or you save a frame roll anyway. It's like, I don't think you lose
yeah, like
time.
from the height you gain,
it doesn't
you
lose.
should save like 5 frames.
Like you need to like be so late on the kill to like lose time with it.
Although you get 1 frame of stock state on the next level, so maybe you lose that frame rule back on the big one, a 16
Oh, yeah.
big frame rule.
Yeah, but everything matters.
Although that one you probably don't, because it's 16 frames.
Yeah, sounds unreasonable.
I mean, technically it's a 1 in 16 chance that you do. But
Good
that's
luck
not
on
really-
that.
That's not really how it works. It's not chance per se. It would be in terms
Yeah, I
of
mean,
routing.
technically you play the room the same, so that should be okay, right?
Wily 3 is extremely consistent.
Yeah. It's like
You also
I don't go
almost
for
got
Buster Strat
one
on
jump.
NYD3. I'm not really like. I think it's a strat. I don't know. I think it's fine, but you rarely get the two shots on the first shooter
Yeah, I get 1
to
and 2
like to
actually.
make it work.
I only get 1 and then I do 2. You can do it that way as well.
Yeah, but it's the window is too tight, so if you
It's
don't
precise,
get the
yeah.
shot, yeah,
Yes,
you
it's
take damage,
either-
it becomes pointless.
By the way, Satoko, in second race, did you do like a double mash in God's Tank?
That's something that I've been trying out. I'm just getting into position, and then I'm jumping, and then I am waiting a little bit, and I'm jumping again, and then I'm double mashing with only my left hand. I use my index and my middle finger to try to double mash.
I see. Because you almost got it, so you were like kind of surprised. Not
Yeah, I
so-
got some one
Wow,
jump.
one jump. That's insane.
But I also got some low 4x's on the room with like 6 hits into like the next one being really quick, so you can actually get really fast times even if you don't get the one jump. Just 6 hits into one, it's actually significantly faster.
Yeah, that's really fast as well. Even in like...
It's not even that big of a difference. I think it's actually like 10 or 12 frames one jump versus a really fast 2 jump with like 6 plus 1. Maybe.
It's very irrelevant because like it doesn't say almost anything to do one jump in normal.
in Rockman 2 as well, like, if you get like a really fast 3
Hey,
jump,
It just looks cool,
Sometimes
I
it's
guess.
barely
It's just
so.
swag points.
I think it's kind of risky to go for. If you actually mess up your double mash and then you take like a bonk, you're gonna lose a crap ton of time.
yeah.
Okay, that was a really fantastic race. I really enjoyed it, despite the miss menu. I think my biggest choke for me was like the giant one was the miss menu in item 2. It was just out of panicking. I forgot to press up twice, so I pressed it once and I went with it. I thought I'm still in item 1. And you know, I think that the second mistake I did was refilling item 2. Because I could just like, because I didn't use item 1, I could just like reuse it in YD4 for no delay scroll. But thankfully it didn't happen.
Oh, do you use
That would
item
be, that would be
1?
funny.
You use item 1 and not item 2.
Oh,
No, I usually use item 2. I don't go for item 1
Oh, I misunderstood.
in YD4.
No,
No, I mean what happened is in YD1 I switched to item 2 accidentally instead of item
He
1.
threw
So I spent and I spent extra ticks just
he threw an
like
item
that.
to the ladder basically by mistake.
yeah.
Which can happen sometimes if you miss menu.
but
Yeah,
you
I
didn't
just
really-
panicked a bit because
you
of
didn't
the
really
ladder
lose
in
too
previous
much
screen.
time. Didn't lose too much time from that because like you probably lost
Yeah.
like 5 seconds to the Wily one and a bit because you had to refill in Wily 2. Maybe 8 seconds.
Yeah, that's the bad decision that I did was refilling the item 2 because it's useless from there. You know?
Well, it was not that bad of an idea though, I think. Well, you didn't use any extra item ones, right? You just climbed
Yeah.
the ladder if I remember right. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it was enough.
Where
In
did
fact,
you
I had extra item 1 that I used, so I went just PB strats in YD4 at the end, like on the corridor. Instead of taking damage from the shot, I was just like doing item 1. You know, I did still take damage, but it was forward, so it was still worth it. You know, but yeah, before in YD2, I should have not refilled item 2 because it's, you know, that was pointless.
Where'd you take the refill?
I took refill in YD2 for item 2.
Like the tiny ones?
Is it? Yeah, I took 2 because I needed 4. I had just 1 tick, so I had to take 2.
Yeah, that's fair. Because I actually take one anyway, because I do the Elo item 2 strat when avoiding spike jump.
Oh,
The any person
Yeah.
route.
anyway, I think I'm late myself. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna say it real quick because I gotta go. Thank you so much for the tournament, Alice. Thank you for the race, Satoko. Thank you for the comms, Oron, Cobra, and Meto, Zernis. You know. Thank you, Speed Gaming, for the host. That was fantastic. You know, I enjoyed it every match. You know, I kind of was the last person in the tournament too. Okay, in the tournament race, but yeah, here we are. We already concluded. Yeah, empty the PayPal. Oh yeah, so the rewards. Congrats to Satoko is getting like $200. I'm doing comps right now. Congrats to Satoko is getting like going away with $200. That's a good lot of money. Me, you know, it's about I'm not sure. Is it 100, 125?
125, I believe, and
Yo,
75
Yo,
will
nice.
go
Good money as
to
well for
Kiwitar.
second place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
75
and
to Kiwitar.
75. Yeah. Well, it's good. It's good. You know. Thank you for the rewards too. That
And
was
also the
fantastic
donations that
moments.
Alice receives, this is what those donations go towards. This one of the donations is Mega Man 2 race, so the people are interested in donating to this race for the next time. Get in touch with Alice, and the funds do go to this.
Oh, thank you thank you for the donators. You know, thanks so much. I'm excited. You know, I'm still in this. Maybe we can participate in the points tournament because you know, this was supposed to be a points tournament, and now it's like, you know, it switched to normal Zipless. So I hope the next tournament be soon as well. I'm excited for it. I don't know if I can reach finals on that one, but we'll see. Hopefully I become consistent at tricks. But yeah, thank you everyone for everything. I hope I catch you in the next tournament. Yeah, that's it for me. Thanks a lot.
It's a great race.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
All right, good deal, everybody.
Congrats,
Hope you all
Kiwitar.
have a wonderful day. Yep, Satako is our first place. McBob taking second. Kiwitar taking third for the podium, guys. All right, we'll see you all during the next tournament. Peace out.
Goodbye, everyone.
Peace.
Goodbye.